Welcome back to part 5 of the quoting, maintaining, retaining, and cross-selling Manhattan Life products. Today we're going through the Cancer Care Plus and the Cancer First Occurrence policies. I'll go through them rather quickly with you as we've already got everything pulled up for you here. First, click on the Cancer Care Plus. Again, this is highly important for every client to have, as most health insurance policies only pay for 30 to 36% of any out-of-pocket costs for cancer. That includes not only the treatments, the chemotherapy, the surgery, but any loss of use, extra bills that need to be taken care of, child care. If somebody's got a child at home and they need to be watched during the treatments, that stuff gets expensive really quickly. So it's important to have a Cancer Care Plus policy that's tailored to your client. In the example of Stephen and Tracy, they do have a child at home, so we're definitely not going to go with one of the smaller policies. Go ahead and open up the brochure for the Cancer Care Plus and look through the different coverages to make sure you're offering the right package. Plan C actually has the highest amount of coverage of the entire package. The only difference is Plan D offers a higher first occurrence benefit, so as soon as they get cancer, it pays out a lot more. But Plan C covers a lot more long-term occurrence benefit. So typically what we do is we bundle in the Plan C or the Plan B with a Cancer First Occurrence policy. So right now I'm going to go with the Cancer Plan C for the family, and I'm going to include critical care rider as well. If they are in critical care, meaning that it's a lot closer to terminal illness and they need to be in a critical care facility or an intensive care unit, it covers a lot more of the out-of-pocket costs and benefits. The intensive care rider as well is to make sure that any of those emergency room visits, intensive care units, those are covered at a lot higher value. So I'm going to add those on there. That brings our monthly cost to $101.38 for the whole family. We might exclude Robert from it. That depends on the family. I'm going back to the product list here, and that is saved in our assortment here. Quote price, interesting. Okay, it's going to give us the final price down here at the bottom, $807.32 monthly. Let's go ahead and go to the Cancer First Occurrence. Now, just based on the name, this is pretty obvious about how it works. If somebody gets cancer, it pays out a flat face amount value directly to the client for the amount that's chosen. And so because we've chosen a plan that already has a $5,000 first-time rider, I don't necessarily need to go with the top policy here, but to help cover the initial cost, I would do $10,000 or $20,000 at least. For this case, let's say they need to save a little bit of money. Let's go with the $10,000 policy there. Now, cancer screening benefit is an option as well to help cover the extra screenings. That's just $2.80. It's a no-brainer. We're going to add that on there. Intensive care unit rider as well here is covered just like on the Cancer Care Plus. Since we've got it on Cancer Care Plus, we're going to leave it off of here and return to the product list. So basically what we've got so far is we've got the Affordable Choice Plan as the foundation. That's going to cover their doctor's visits, hospital visits, some of the cancer costs, prescription coverage, anything and everything as far as just a wide variety and a broad spectrum of what they would need covered for. Again, this pays directly to the client. It does not pay directly to the doctor or the hospital. The good thing about that is once they get the money, they can pay the bill from there and they get to keep the rest. It also cuts down a lot of the expenses that doctors and hospitals can charge additionally in addition to the actual cost of the care. And so Affordable Choice, again, that's the foundation, that's everything, a wide spectrum of coverage. The accident insurance on top of that is to make sure that if they get injured, they get extra coverage for hospital stays and surgeries, as well as get disability coverage for any loss of income that they have. Even if they don't lose income, they still get the benefit of the disability plan if they're disabled beyond 14 or 30 days, depending on the policy we write. Cancer Care Plus, again in review, is to make sure that any extra coverage needed for ongoing cancer costs is covered. And then the Cancer First Occurrence is to give them a flat sum of money out of pocket to make sure that that's taken care of. Next on the list here is the Critical Protection and Recovery Plan. This is a very simple plan, and actually we'll get into that in the next video, but I want you to know it's very similar to the Cancer First Occurrence. It's just for a little bit of a wider variety of different conditions, including illnesses, diseases, things like that, everything from Parkinson's to AIDS and all of that kind of stuff. So we'll review that in our next video. Thanks so much for watching. Tune in for part 6 to go through the critical illness, dental, vision, and hearing, and the out-of-pocket plans to make sure the client is fully covered in everything that they need. Thanks so much.